Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro.
What did you learn about yourself when that happened?
I learned that I can hang in there with the elite level. I feel like I can take a punch because he caught me with, well, I remember he caught me 2 good shots. He caught me with 1 good hook, and he caught me 1 good straight. And knowing Tank, like, he don't know really to expect me to get caught with a good shot. So he told me I could really take a punch. He told me I could box with the best. And shit, I feel like Tank, he tested me. He tested my skill in a way where I always had to like stay sharp, watch out for his power, and just be real defensive. Because I'm not really a defensive fighter. Even though I got great defense, I love fighting like Tank does. So he had me fighting a style that I don't usually fight, and I feel like I got better at it. And I capitalized, and I learned a lot from sparring Tank, man. Shout out to Tank.
Damn, Keyshawn Davis talking glowingly about Gervonta Tank Davis. And he just did an interview on Top Rank. He said, I'm going to stop Devin Haney easy. He ain't got no defense. He only fought smaller guys. Talking spicy about Devin and giving Tank all the respect in the world. And then salute to KO Sports artist and Dan the Boxing Man that posted that clip of Keyshawn Davis' interview. That was a 2022 interview. He did some more interviews on Mule City recently where he was talking about Tank Davis and giving him his respect too, calling him a great fighter, talking about how he wanted to get that shot and Tank is a great fighter and shit. He ain't talking about Devin like that. And that got me to thinking, bro, all the fighters that are around that weight class, the ones with the names, they all rank Tank over Devin. They all show more respect for Tank Davis' skill set than they do Devin Haney's skill set. Now, I'm not saying Keyshawn Davis can stop Devin Haney because I remember when Devin pressed Keyshawn ass. Keyshawn was like, I'm 6-0. I'm 6-0. Why you messing with me? I'm 6-0. Because Devin didn't like that Keyshawn was on Shakur Stevenson Johnson. His fake brother Johnson and shit. So Devin went at him on Twitter and then Keyshawn played victim and shit. So, you know, we got that. We ain't forgetting about that. But when you hear fighters talk about other fighters, the reverence and the respect that's being shown to Gervonta Tank Davis by his peers is crazy. Both in front of the camera and behind the scenes, bro. Straight up. For Shakur Stevenson, when he talks about Devin Haney and Tank Davis, he always ranks Tank Davis over Devin Haney. And he done been into it with both of them. Quote unquote boxing beef, whatever you want to call it. He's been into it with both of them. He talks way highly of Tank Davis. He considers Tank Davis his toughest fight, not Devin Haney. He shared the ring with both of them. We saw Shakur getting the better of sparring against Devin Haney, and according to Tank Davis and his team, Tank knocked Shakur tooth goddamn out his mouth or something to where Shakur had to go to the dentist. He couldn't spar the next day, or he couldn't get back in the ring because Tank knocked his tooth out his mouth. You just heard what Keyshawn Davis said about Tank Davis. Tank Davis made him fight totally different. Caught him with a couple of good shots, and he had to get on this goddamn defense, or he was going to get his ass fucked up. And I feel like doing this boxing content shit, it's about being honest with you guys, being authentic, and trying to get better. And one thing I think that has made me more accurate with my predictions, one thing I think that has made me kind of pay attention more is what happened with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Because when you go back and you listen to what people said about that fight leading up to the fight, when you listen to their peers talk about that fight, a lot of them edged Terrence Crawford because of his skills, and they gave different reasoning. But I had my mind made up, and I ain't want to listen to him. I had my own breakdown, my own analysis, my own way I saw the fight, and shit, it was tunnel vision one way, and I ended up being proven dead ass wrong. So when you look at that and you figure out where you were wrong, it was because I didn't allow myself to hear different information from people that actually have been in the ring with those guys than their peers and shit. And I take that and I apply it to this Tank Davis, Devin Haney situation. From Ryan Garcia to Vasily Lomachenko, all of them say Devin can't do shit with Tank. Are all of them hating on Devin? Or do they just think Tank is better than him? So I think you guys should pay attention to that shit, man, because I'm telling y'all, when they get in the ring, because they're going to fight. Fight's been built up too much. As long as Devin don't fucking lose and fuck the bag up, they'll end up fighting, hopefully sooner rather than later. And let me tell y'all, Tank is going to dog walk that boy. It's going to be bad. It's going to be ugly as fuck. It's going to be every bit as ugly as Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. It just depends on if Devin is going to be tough or not. Hopefully Devin fight with the same heart that he fought with against Ryan Garcia, and that's just going to make the fight last longer. But Tank is going to beat his ass, bro. And it's going to be all bad, fam. Now, with that out the way, move that off to the side, right? The other thing I wanted to talk about in this video is this idea that Gervonta Tank Davis is now ducking Devin Haney. After Devin Haney's fight with Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney was suspended, number one. He took a break from boxing. He was trying to spend time with his family. And no one was calling for Tank to fight Devin Haney. No one wanted to see that fight. His own fans were talking about Liam Perot or fighting Sandor Martin or moving up to 147. Devin himself asked to fight Pitbull. He told Turkey to make Pitbull happen. He wanted to fight Mario Barrios. As recently as a week ago, there were talks of him fighting Liam Perot. But now all of a sudden, that Gervonta Tank Davis is fighting someone else. He has a fight date. Now here come the Devin Haney fans yelling that Tank is ducking Devin. You dudes is like a badass book that people done already read before. Where was this shit in July? Where was this shit in August? Where was this shit in June? Where was this shit in May? Where did all this come from, bro? Because here's where it come from. Y'all now know it's safe. You now know it's safe to go back to your clout chasing ways. You now know it's safe to go back to trying to tie Tank Davis and Devin Haney together. It is now safe because you know Tank Davis is already about to fight someone else. But when Tank Davis was free, I do not remember anyone stating that Tank Davis should be sending Devin Haney an offer. And why would you? Why would the dude that Tank made quit did those things to Devin Haney? Basically assaulted him in the fucking ring. Probably took years off of his career. Put him down like, 3 times officially, but maybe 5 or 6 times unofficially? With the ref allowing Devin to hold and shit while he was hurt and Ryan was piecing him up? Ryan beat him up. And Tank made Ryan take a knee. Bill Haney ain't been calling for Tank Davis. Devin Haney ain't been calling for no Tank Davis fight. Hell, Devin ain't calling for one now. The only thing Devin tried to do was laugh at who Tank might be fighting. And then when Tank Davis cooked his ass and shit, he shut up real quick. Real fucking quick. So, I'm trying to figure out how Tank Davis is ducking Devin Haney. Bro, y'all are pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Some of the most clout chasing-ish, fake-ish shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. This one probably takes the cake because you showed how soft you was, right? And what I mean by that is, I ain't got no problem with it when Devin was up. He was winning too and shit. You pushing fake-ass, lying-ass narratives. I'll cook you on it. We'll go back and forth or whatever. I'll debate you on it and cook every last one of you, and you know it. That's fine, bro. But at least Devin is up, and you were saying his name and shit all the time. But the moment that Devin fucking took a bad performance, and he had to get a no contest because Ryan Garcia cheated him. The moment that shit happened, bro, All y'all went quiet. Didn't say shit about Tank and Devin no more. Wasn't pushing for the fight. Wasn't calling for the fight. It was all Ryan Garcia cheated. Devin gonna bounce back. Ryan Garcia cheated. Devin still the champion. Wasn't nobody calling for him to fight Tank though. Now the moment that Tank may have a fight coming up now is, Devin's available. Send Devin an offer. Sad, bro. Absolutely sad, man. That nigga don't want the fight just like you don't want him to have the fight. It's just easy to do that shit now. It's easy to pump fake now when you know a motherfucker ain't looking in your direction because you coming off of a trash ass performance. Then a lot of y'all will be the same people that if he was to fight Devin, the only reason he picked Devin was because Devin looked bad against Ryan Garcia. The only reason he picked Devin because he thought Devin Haney was vulnerable. If Devin had beat up Ryan Garcia, he wouldn't have picked Devin. If Devin had knocked Ryan Garcia out, he wouldn't have picked Devin. No, Tank a coward. Tank a hoe. The only reason he picked Devin is because he feel like he can beat him. He got a leg up on him. Boy, y'all fraud. And you know I'm right. That's why a lot of you hate me. That's why my boxing opinions have a lot of people that used to openly watch my channel. They used to openly salute me. They used to openly come by and hit the link and shit. A lot of them people you watch in the shadow realms now. A lot of you hate watch. A lot of people that used to salute me when I go over to the homies' chats, y'all don't speak no more. Because you know this shit hitting you. You know this shit apply to you, so your feelings is hurt. Don't get mad at me for telling you the truth about your fraudulent ways. Just change them, bro. Just change them, dog. And then the last thing, bro. The last thing. Tank Davis admires Devin Haney, or he's a fan of Devin Haney. Or he's a Devin Haney fan because he watched Devin Haney's interview and reacted to it or whatever. Tank Davis let it be known that he watches all of them, including Devin Haney. You better be watching your eyes. These are people that you can fight for your life against, literally, when it comes to this boxing shit. These are the people that you are going to be in the ring with, where your career is going to be on the line. Your status is going to be on the line. You better be watching everything that they do. But Tank Davis got to watch that shit for free on YouTube. But I just want to know if watching Devin Haney on YouTube and watching one of his interviews makes you a fan, does that mean that Devin Haney is a fan of Gervonta Tank Davis too? Because Devin Haney bought a ticket to his fight against Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney bought a ticket to Tank's fight to watch him knock out and make Ryan Garcia quit. And when Tank stood up on the ropes, Devin was looking up at him like this. Does he see me? Tank, does he see me? So if Tank Davis watching Devin Haney for free on YouTube makes Tank Davis a fan because he's watching his ops, he's trying to see what he's saying and shit, and then he's saying what he disagree with, and he cooking him on what he disagree with. If that makes him a fan, then is Devin Haney a fan of Tank because he bought a ticket to Tank fight and went to his fight? Does that make him a fan? He took time out of his day. He could have been laying up in something. Yeah. Could have been laying up in something. Could have took his girl out on a date or something. He said, "Nah, baby, I gotta go watch Tank. I gotta go to the Tank fight and watch Tank, baby. I'll be back. I gotta go watch Tank." Ain't that the definition of a fan? Isn't the definition of a fan someone that buys a ticket to go to an event? Like if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you would buy a ticket to the game and go to an event. If you're a Tank Davis fan, wouldn't you buy a ticket to a Tank Davis fight and go watch him fight? The shit that y'all come up with, bro, is crazy. It's literally crazy. And you know it's crazy. And you know it sounds crazy. But you do it anyway. All to uplift a fighter, bro. But I just want y'all to know, Tank Davis's peers, They talk way about him. They talk about him on way more glowing terms and way more respectfully as a fighter than they talk about Devin Haney. And this Tank Davis, Devin Haney ducking shit and Tank is a fan of Devin and he look up to Devin. Like, stop that shit, bro. Stop that shit. This shit sounds weird and crazy and cuckoo. Real talk. And if anybody want to debate me on it, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. I'll see y'all soon. Peace. Gervonta, Tank Davis, let Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro.